What's going on, guys? Zephyrnix here. Here's my review of the Steam controller. So let's get started here. Now, first and foremost, let's talk about the architecture here. For the most part, it feels just like any other controller here. And right here is a D-pad, followed by the left analog stick. Right here is the 4 buttons, back button, forward button, home button, and the touchpad, which also doubles as your right analog stick. On the back here, you got your back bumper, your triggers, and then your regular bumpers. So that's pretty much it. On the top here is where you would go ahead and plug in your power cord and whatnot. And there you go. Right here is where you would go ahead and take off the back bumper right here to reveal where you put the batteries in. This actually is wireless. It does come with a wireless dongle. So that's pretty much it. Now, how does the controller fare? Well, the controller isn't really that bad. It's just different. And sometimes different can be good or bad depending on, to you, it can be good or bad depending on how you see it. But overall, the controller is actually pretty solid. So the biggest problems you'll notice here, that you'll find here is when you're playing games that require a D-pad as a primary source of input, and games that also require your right analog stick as a secondary means of input. So by that, I mean pretty much first-person, third-person shooters over here and fighters over here. Now, don't get me wrong. Can you go ahead and play the game with them? Absolutely. It's very, very easy. The problem is, though, is that it's going to take some getting used to. And sometimes I find myself, I'm a guy who basically, I grew up on PC gaming. I do a lot of PC gaming, you know? And when I'm playing with the analog and I'm doing shooters, I have a lot of problems actually aiming with an analog stick. I have even more problems aiming with this, you know, just kind of put it there. And that doesn't mean that in the future I won't get better, but right now I'm not really getting any better. I'm just saying. The D-pad, like I said, I wish they would have kept the D-pad alone. I really do. The D-pad is the one part that I really could have, I could have dealt with this, but it's a D-pad that really kind of gets to me. And just being honest, you know, when I'm playing fighters, I really wish, you know, because I don't have this, I feel like at a disadvantage. So it is what it is, I guess. So if you look at the screen right here, this is basically the screen that you go to go ahead and do your modifications for your actual controller. So what you can do is hit X for browse configs, and you'll actually get different configurations. So you have basically 4 categories: recommended, personal, community, and templates. Under templates is pretty much the go-to ones that you'll get, you know, gamepad, keyboard and mouse, and then a hybrid of keyboard and mouse. Where under community would be the place where you would go ahead and get your, you know, get some setups from the community themselves. Personal is the ones that you created, and recommended would be either like directly from the developer, or if this game is controller friendly, you set it up for that particular controller. Or I can go ahead and dig in here. You know what? Let's go back one. Let's go into an actual one, not Eve. That actually, here we go. Yeah, you know what? Let's one that I know that, here. This is perfect, actually. I don't know if anyone actually, okay. So here's like recommended, because this has gamepad support in it. And of course, your community might have already gone ahead and set up some stuff here too that you can go ahead and take from theirs. And last but not least, of course, you got your templates. So you can go ahead and either take someone else's, or you can sit there and actually modify your controller as you see fit. And that's kind of the cool thing about it. I can go ahead and just modify every single thing about it. And even what you see here, I can get even deeper. So that's definitely something. And this is basically a good way to say that, you know, just because I haven't gotten used to it now, or I'm not comfortable with it now, doesn't necessarily mean that I won't get comfortable with it. I just have to dig deeper. And there's a lot of places to dig. And that's kind of what PC gaming is all about. You know, you can't really enjoy PC gaming if you only approach it the style that you approach a console. You know, you got to go deeper. And maybe that's exactly what I need to do. So so anyway, do I go ahead and say you should go ahead and get this? I would say get it at your own peril. It's not a bad controller, and I'm not ready to go ahead and get rid of it. I actually am very interested. I've seen its potential, and I do want to go ahead and pick it up, and I want to go ahead and play with it some more. However, I got to say, as of right now, it does feel kind of like I got a long ways to go. Let me put it that way. So overall, though, do I see like improvements? Yes, I do see improvements. but not enough to play online. Let me put it that way. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of the new controller, and you guys have a good night. Zeph out.